same way.
Probably, maybe one a month.
Oh, yeah, I don't even do that. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? It was 90 degrees just a couple minutes ago, or a couple days ago. And I've got 3 layers on this morning, and that north wind is not cold, but chilly. I'm out here with my buddy Nate this morning. Nate, say
Morning.
hello. And we've had a pretty fun morning. We found them, and we've had to move and groove and stay on top of them, and find the active ones. But we're catching fish. I mean, I don't know. We've got to be approaching 7 or 8 keepers, I would think,
Yeah, I'd say so.
and probably 4 or 5 shorts and 1 pumpkin seed. Right? I mean,
One sprinkled in the mix.
yep. And we've had, like, look at right now. Now that looks like perch. So see that screen? So that looks like perch. That's a solid mark underneath it. The spot we're fishing right now, like I say, we started in one general area, and our first drift we had 3 keepers, 3 keepers and 3 shorts. It wasn't lights out on fire, but it was pretty good that first drift. And then it progressively slowed, and we started to lose that school, and we were driving around, and we found them again. First drift over, I got one first cast, and then nothing, and we just came back up, and we've got 2. And we got good marks right here. We got a good screen, and it's all through this little basin. They're on a little bit of a wall, a north-facing wall, and they're active. And there's plenty of bait in here. I'm assuming those are schools of perch. My assumption. So I figured we'd go live quick. You know, Nate and I aren't going to be out here too much longer, but I figured we'd go live quick and see if we can't. Nate, as I went live, Nate had just landed one, and I was already in from it. It's constant. We're in 21 now. Water temp out here is 69, 68.9, 69. Like anything, it's certainly all about fishing where there's fish. And Nate and I had a long conversation about this morning. I was out with Adam yesterday, and we didn't spend enough time driving, looking for the fish, you know, and I'm always graphing going into the wind, so that as you start seeing them, and I hit, you already have a plot trail on your GPS screen, and I start laying waypoints as I'm seeing them. Boom, 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 boom. Now I can, when I get to where I run out of them on the upwind side, I just stop and drift back over them and fish my way down through them. And then you can also gauge how your drift is in relation to the track you drove up on, and you can adjust yourself accordingly one way or another. And your rods then become your fish finders, but you're still seeing like I'm laying waypoints right now. Waypoints are free. Waypoints are free on your screen, and it's telling you what you're doing. and where things are. So that way, when you go back and look at your map, you can go, okay, they're right here. I'm here. I want to go. The wind's going to blow me like this. So I got to go up here. I mean, it's almost like shooting pool, trying to figure out angles,
way, yeah.
because you marked them.
Yep.
Now you know where they are in real time, and you got to get upwind and let the wind get you back over them. And so you're always figuring on, and then the wind can change or shift. But again, it's loaded with them right here, and we're not killing them. And we're in the bottom of this. We're at 21 and a half, and that's about as deep as it's going to get. We're going to come up to the other side, to the south side of it, and we're going to start coming back up into not much, but a couple feet. Now, we didn't do anything out here in the flat, deep part of it. We've done so far best on the shallow, high side of it. So now what we'll probably do is we'll go back up one more time and get up even shallower and see if those active fish are up higher, and maybe get them before we even start to hit the slope. We'll see. But that's my train of thought when I'm thinking about how I'm going to position and why. This wind's switching on us right now. They're still out here. There's not a time where I'm looking at this screen out of the corner of my eye where I'm not seeing marks on it. Let's see who's with us this morning. Scott Duranda, Eric Wisniewski, Keith Horns. Hey, Keith, Nate and I were just talking about you this morning. About how much fun we had fishing Monday after Walleye Fest.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
That was.
Ned Sellers, George Parsons, Jim G, Stephen Eddy, Just Paul, good morning. Tony Bufa. Looks like a good drift today. It's a great drift today. It really is. On my way to the Delaware for some brown trout action. Right on, buddy. David Gould, hello. Michelle Love, good morning. Gary Walters, Tony Bufa. Live and locked. How you doing, buddy? Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. Richard DeMarchi, Bill Gilbert. Morning all. Tampa Bay water temperature 80 today. Water temperature here today is 68 degrees. Man, it's filthy with fish here. I might switch over and rip that hyper rattle through them and see if that does anything to them. Everything we've done this morning has been on blade baits. I did throw a jig and wrap, a cast or two, a hyper rattle. But that, what we were just talking about though, like that's something Nate and I were talking about. And people will tell you a lot of times, okay, well, you got to go find fish first. They're 1,000% right. You do. And like Tony Bufa, Tony's watching right now this morning, and I'm sure Tony's out here. He'll tell you he won't stop and fish to water that he doesn't have marks in. And that's why you have to go find them. And the only reason I say upwind is because now you're in position to instantly come back over them. Logically, that's the way you do it. But some people might be going this morning, wow, that's really cool, because they didn't realize that. And leaving a breadcrumb trail lets you, because you're doing it right now. Now, maybe tomorrow you come back here and those fish aren't in the same spot, but it gives you a place to start looking. And you can, you'll know where that cluster of things are. You can chuck the newest and best lure in the whole wide world. If you're chucking it to bare water, it's never going to get bit. Now, even though today, right now, we have found them pretty good, but matter of fact, this will be my last cast with the blade, and then I'll switch over to the hyper rattle and see. Sometimes it requires a lot of driving around, and I said that already once, and I'll say it again. There are some days where when I'm in my boat where I may drive and graph for an hour or more until I find them good. And you're going to, you just got to keep looking, you know. And if you can't find them in one spot, you got to cut your losses and go find them somewhere else. But you certainly don't want to fish a spot where you drive over for 20 minutes and can't find them, because if you can't find them actively, how are you going to find them when you're chucking a lure into one space at a time, you know? Jim and Carrie Carker in Wyoming. Jim, you on a business trip or on a vacation? Man. Like, look, I mean, that's been the screen nonstop, you know? You've got fish zipping around down there. They're outside the cone. That's got a little bit of red in that mark right there. But that's that loaded screen. It's been looking like that the whole time. Oh, vacation. Yeah, because you said you were in Colorado the other day, and now you're in Wyoming. I hope you're doing some fishing. It's not vacation unless you fish. Because I'm waiting. I mean, any second will be the next bite, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to get them.
I mean, we haven't run out of them. I keep wanting to say, let's go back up. These ones out here don't seem to be biting, but...
Yeah, that's why I changed up to I went to a regular jig and slowed it down to like a drag. I don't know. Trick some of them into bite.
Man, bait and fish down there. bring the bait to them. Ed Menzel, what's up? Sorry guys, I'm not too chatty. I'm I'm pretty focused, man. Good morning. I definitely turned off. Quite our best drift was our first one. George Parson trying to start trouble. Courtney caught that walleye on live last night. He said, I bet that she'd catch it before she got. Yeah, but that would mean she'd have to get up in the morning. My honey doesn't like it. She'll do it from time to time. Not terribly willingly. Scott Pagata, also troublemaker. That'll be recorded. I'm telling you. There's a whole list of subversives. You guys can't side with my wife. That wind is substantially picked up. Yes. The clown making his triumphant return. 5 casts only, limited engagement. Let's see what he can do. 5 casts. 5 casts and we're done. If we get one in 5 casts, we get 5 more.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I cast it right over you, didn't I?
It's the wind. That's what we're going with.
Right.
I'd like to have something to show the viewers.
I know, right?
That'd be nice.
I can keep showing them the screen because it's just nonstop. There's one. Four left. This one's gonna be my. This one's gonna be the slow. Scott got him. I've watched him, and he. I'll tell you, most times him and I fish together, he outfishes me. And he's got a very. It's a very methodical lift. It's like this. Goes up. Big long looping. Goes like this. It comes down. And I'll tell you, the other day he had me 5-1 before I got 5-0 before I got even on the board.
Something to said about that.
Everybody has a little different style, although the Scott Tagata right there just did nothing. It was my best impression, and I didn't get bit. That was cast number 2, so we got 3 left. Dave Muldoon, good morning. Yeah, troublemaker. Yeah, troublemaker. Wind's really pitching a boat in his line. Every time I look at the screen, there's a fish on it. Crazy. Alright. Crunch time. Third cast, I got 2 left. This wind can't make up its mind, for one thing. It's went from northwest to northeast and back again about 3 times. It's stiff enough, although it's nothing up here on the North Shore. Perfect drift. A little chilly this morning. I got 3 layers on, and I'm okay with that, including my outerwear is a windbreak. And I've had my hood up all day. Nate, this is last cast.
Put it in the right spot.
Been all also thankful to see a little bit of wind again and have some drift. So yeah, have a great Sunday, everybody. I love you guys. Thanks for showing up. Ned Sellers, I did finally got the hang of the blades. It takes a little work. Like anything else, the more you do it, the better you get at it. All right, before the wind is too much, thanks everybody for joining me today. Have a great Sunday.